I see, guys, so life. I see sometimes in life you can get discouraged. I realize when you get discouraged, you have to push yourself up. So you have to really focus on yourself every single day, making sure that you're doing something productive. And you have to always develop yourself in ways that your feelings are growing you. So you're always growing in the moment. So you have to realize that when you grow in the moments and when you realize that your feelings can overcome anything. So you have to realize that the mind creates this certain perception, and you have to realize that you must not dissociate from your feelings. So what you need to do is you need to connect your mind to your feelings. And you have to stop doing what the mind tells you, and you have to start doing what your feelings are telling you. You understand? So if you want to do better, you have to really grow yourself in a way that you're helping to exhibit something that's going to help you to move forward. I see, so that could mean helping yourself to write a book or helping yourself in some kind of way where you're developing a mindset, where you're helping yourself to do life coaching material or anything around music production, but making sure every single day of your life that you're promoting yourself as much as possible, as much as you can. So sometimes that means that you have to go busking performances so that you can really be in front of people and so you can give, let's say, events around people. But you have to realize that with my life, for example, I realize I'm in this point of time where I have to create more music and I have to also create more life coaching content. But I'm also somewhere where I need to produce more content and I need to get it out there for more people. I see when I do that, I realize that something happens inside of me when I really want to succeed, for example. And when I really want to succeed, I have to do what is necessary every single day to make sure that I'm getting from step A to step B in a nice and beautiful manner. So I have to make sure every single day that I'm always going to speak out my feelings and I'm going to express myself in some kind of direction that I can become in. And I have to become someone that is growing myself every single day to be satisfied with my life and my success, for example. So you have to realize that I get undervalued a lot by other people because they believe that somehow I cannot teach them something about life. And it's much more how jealousy occurs between me and other people. And I'm never jealous of other people. But the thing is that what I need to realize is I need to be in a better shape in my life and never to compare with other people. I have to be making sure that I'm comparing my success with myself and that I'm getting myself across into a better way every single day, making sure I'm always developing myself in the best kind of way, making sure I'm not smoking in front of other people, making sure that I'm not smoking cigarettes in my life or doing drugs of any kind. So I have to be in a great mindset every single day to be much more sophisticated about my life. So I have to make sure that I'm practicing every single note and every single key that I can every single day to produce something. I have to produce something every single day. I have to make sure that I get myself across to many people in a nice and beautiful fashion where I'm developing my nature and where I'm developing other people to grow. So, for example, when I'm doing things according to nature's law, which says that if you're just natural about everything that you do, people will notice that you're natural and people will notice that you're authentic. So when you're authentic and natural about what you're doing, you have to realize that in places where you don't go is the places that you need to realize that it helps you to grow in some kind of direction. So the thing is that you have to always make sure that you're helping other people in a way that you're helping yourself first. I promise you, once you help yourself first, then it's really easy to get going, but you must not be letting yourself down. And now, if you're letting yourself down, then you're also letting other people down. Yes, and so the thing is that there comes a certain time in your life when you have to produce content and you have to every single day, make sure that people understand you for who you are. And when you understand yourself the most, I promise you that's when you start to flip around in a way that you start to really grow. And when you grow, there comes a certain period in your time where you become a much more mature person because you're growing and because you're helping yourself out in some kind of way. So you have to realize that that's the point of life, is every single day to create as much content as possible so that you're really, really flipping the switch in a way that you're helping yourself in many ways every single day to do something that's occupying yourself in a way that you're occupying yourself to do better. In a sense, so you have to really be free flowing. You have to free flow with life every single day, making sure you're doing the best you can. So when you're doing the best you can every single day, I promise you something's going to happen and you're going to pull through. You're going to be able to pull through. You're going to be able to see that success happens in marketing yourself as much as possible, but it also ties down to your professional ability to help yourself. And when you help yourself to get to that point where you're teaching others something about life, where you're helping yourself to manifest your dreams, I promise you it's a slow journey, but sometimes people lose faith in themselves because something in their life is not going the way they need to be in terms of the way it needs to be going. So what you do is you realize what is holding you back, and it may be you, it may be other people, it may be your current job, it may be that you're smoking cigarettes or doing drugs, okay? But once you realize what's holding you back, then you overcome it with your feelings. Yes, and you make sure that your feelings are doing the talking. Yes, and so when your feelings are doing the talking, then nothing can stop you. Yes, and because you're always able to manifest your dreams in a way that is helping you the best way. So for example, in my life, I realize I know that I have to make music. I understand I have to make more music regardless of my status right now. And you have to realize that in a certain direction where you want to create status for yourself, for example, and some people don't want to create a status. I promise you, some people don't want to, let's say, get popular, you understand? But the only way that you can really understand where you want to go in life and what you want to do is really by your purpose. And what's your purpose about life? I realize if your purpose is to help other people, then you have to realize that your purpose has to fulfill itself. And the only way that you can fulfill yourself in daily life is that if you're healthy or not. I promise you, you have to understand that it's much more, you have to be healthy, but you also have to progress forward. You understand? Or I can say when you progress forward as a person or as a spiritual being, what happens is you know that in your life, you're doing the best you can. You understand? You're doing everything you can every single day to grow the most you can and to help yourself to develop in the best kind of way. So you have to, every single day, make sure that you're producing something of value. And if you're not producing anything of value, then what in life can you do to make sure that you can come off across as a better individual? So in my life, that's making sure I must create content to make sure that I impact more people. And when I impact more people, I have to realize I have to start really developing myself and my skills and my nature in all directions. So I have to realize I have to get out there, I have to promote myself. I realize I have to experience more of life. I have to get out there to really be in front of people more, to give more, let's say, performances in front of people. And when I do this, I have to just enjoy the flow. I have to enjoy the state of mind that I am currently at. Yes, and to get to the point where I want to go. So sometimes that means for me that if I don't do something that I need to do, I make sure that I do something that I must do. Yes, now I make sure every single day I go in a certain direction where I can help myself to feel greater, to feel in a way that I'm doing better in all areas of life. I have to make sure that I fail much more in a way that I'm learning much more from all my mistakes. I have to make sure that I get across to people in a greater way every single day, making sure that I'm developing my nature in some kind of direction, developing myself as a human being, making sure that I'm happy with the person I am, making sure every single day that I'm living according to something that's going to help me. So what I do is I only ever go around people who help me. You understand? So if people are not helping me, then I don't go around them. You understand? I go around people who can give me value. I go around people who have something to give me. You understand? Because if you go to somebody who has nothing to give you, then those people are going to drag you down. You understand? Because they got nothing to offer you in terms of business mindset or anything like that. I realized that you have to realize that, for example, my YouTube channel, I realized that for the first 2 years of my YouTube channel live, I set my videos to be only for kids from 13 years and under to watch my videos. And I totally fucked up the algorithm of my YouTube videos. And I have to start all over again to make even more content now so that I can get somewhere where I want to be in terms of helping myself to market myself and developing my nature so that I can grow myself as a human being. So the thing is that what I need to do is I need to produce more content, and I have to produce it now. So what I need to do is produce as much information as possible and live my life every single day knowing that I'm trying to help other people even more, either by music experience or by life coaching experience. So I have to make sure that I'm living my life to the fullest, you understand? Because if I'm not living my life to the fullest, then something's always dragging me down, you understand? And it's not that other people are dragging me down. I promise you, nobody in life is dragging me down the most except for me. I mean, the person that's dragged me down the most in life is me. You understand? I've dragged myself down the most in life. But I've also lifted myself up the most. In a sense, so you have to understand that you have to overcome yourself. You have to overcome your mindset. You have to overcome your feelings. You have to overcome everything about yourself. And the only way to do this is to be in your feelings. You understand? And when you let your feelings do the talking, you always understand your true nature and where you want to go and how you want to expand. So you have to understand that talking more is going to get you there. So you have to realize that you have to really be fluent in what you're saying, and you have to interest the crowd as much as possible. But you have to realize that things happen when you are promoting yourself. And now you have to realize that recently I learned how to make a YouTube advertisement on Google AdWords. And now I am putting money into my marketing, you understand? And because I'm putting something in terms of money value into my marketing, I'm promoting just one video over time. And the more I promote this video, the more I can get to people. You understand? I have to promote myself in some kind of direction. So I have to let my money do the talking, you understand? But where am I trying to go with this? I realize I just want to provide people an experience. Yes, I want to provide more people of an experience about Danny Milivojevic. In a sense, so for example, recently my friend said to me to create much more YouTube Shorts videos. And now you have to realize that YouTube Shorts you can create for yourself if you are somebody who's creating, let's say, little bits of content and posting it up online so that people can see it. And now, is it about fame for me? I realize it's not about fame for me, but it's more about getting across to people so that I can help myself to succeed. Yeah, and so that I can get somewhere, so that I can experience something more that I've never experienced before. And I have to realize that sometimes that means that I have to put money into YouTube advertising, you understand, and also into advertising myself. I have to promote myself in some kind of direction, and I have to make sure that I'm having fun along with the journey, you understand? Because when I'm having fun in my life, I realize that's the whole point. I realize the whole point is to get across as a nice person who can deliver qualities of experience, who can deliver something of value to other people, while you're also helping yourself to grow in terms of reading books and developing your nature. You have to understand that for me, nightclubs is something that I can go to. But the thing is that I don't go nightclubs, I don't go around people much because I feel that I need to go and develop myself in a better way. Yes, and so the thing is that I have no problems in life right now. I have no worries. I have enough money. I have enough content that I've done, but I always need more. Yes, I always need to do more. And when I do more, I feel much greater that I've done something. You understand? So I have to put more meaning into everything I do. You understand? So the more I create something of value, the more I can understand I've done my job. You understand? When I've done my job, I realize I get to certain places doing much better. So the only thing that I can help myself with now is to create much more, let's say, of value, but also to create more awareness about myself. And now with my life coaching career, I realize it's not much more about my life coaching than it is my music production right now. I realize that life coaching has its place for me. And you have to realize that because I started life coaching, I started my music production again. But sometimes that I see that people are not valuing Danny Milivojevic as much as Danny Milivojevic would like for people to promote him and to, let's say, rate him as somebody, you understand? But the thing is that I see that I'm making some kind of difference in life, and God tells me just make a difference in a way that you can. Yes, then try to promote your videos in a way that people are searching for your videos. Yes, and so what you need to do is you need to create something that's going to be of value toward other people so that you can understand that you have to grow yourself in that, and you have to grow yourself in a way that every single day of your life you're just promoting more of what you have. And the more you promote what you have in life, the better it is on you, because you can see exactly what direction you're going in when you're planning everything via video and via audio content and via content overall. You have to realize that you have to push yourself to grow. You understand? You have to push content out there into the marketplace every single day. And when you do this, you have a sense of fulfillment. You have a sense of achievement. You have something that you've done and something that's going to help people for generations. You understand? So you have to every single day make sure that you're growing. Yes, and you have to grow yourself in your life. You have to make sure that you're corresponding to a better way of life regardless of the situation. And you have to understand that sometimes you'll find yourself in adversity, but you have to push through those moments and make sure you understand that there is no, let's say, happiness without sadness in life. And you have to realize that sometimes you're going to get unhappy, but make sure that you're not comparing with other people, but make sure every single day that you become happier over time, and make sure that you enjoy who you are. I mean, just enjoy life. I mean, don't try to compete with people about attention. I mean, you have to understand attention goes all places, you understand? But what makes it the most is that if you're providing so much value to people, then eventually people will see that you're somebody of value. Yes, then you're somebody who's promoting something that they need, and you're every single day promoting this content online because you have this sense of purpose that you want people to see something that you made and something that's going to help them to succeed. Yes, and so you have to focus on yourself the most. You have to understand that once you focus on yourself the most, people are going to see that. People are going to start seeing you for who you really are. You understand? So you have to understand that today I realized it's going to rain today. And because it's going to rain, I was going to go to the city. I was going to go to the city and to promote myself as a DJ over there. But the thing is that I realized that that's going away from me. You understand? And there's only so much time left that I can promote myself and stuff. But let's say I promote myself and I have 1 million views. I mean, is that going to satisfy me? I promise you, it's more going to satisfy me that I realize that I'm trying to achieve a certain feeling. I'm trying to achieve a certain feeling to get to people in a way that I can help people to experience me and my life. But how much money do I have to put in that so that people can understand Danny Milivojevic? I don't have to put any money into it. You understand? All I have to do is do free promotion every single day and make sure that I just get across to people in a way that I come out of nowhere and people just realize what I do. I realize when people realize what I do, I realize I make some kind of difference in life, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point. I just want to make a difference. And the more of a difference I make, the better my life. So I have to every single day focus on a greater life for myself. And I apologize for my dog over here. My dog recently ate a bone and it's stuck on its, I see my dog's bone that he ate is stuck in his throat. You understand? So the thing is that you have to realize that every single day you have to promote something. You understand? You have to promote your heart. You have to promote something that you are. You understand? And the more you promote yourself as an individual, I promise you, the more success you have. You understand? So school doesn't teach you how to promote yourself. You understand? What promotes yourself the most is you. But you have to realize that after primary and elementary school and also after high school, what happens is you have to realize that school overall is life. But you have to realize that in high school and then primary school and elementary school, they don't teach you to market yourself. They don't teach you much business skills. In a sense, so has my business skills developed over time now? I realize yes. So you have to realize that I'm much more better in my business to promote my business now than ever before. And I can much more talk now. I can much more, let's say, figure it out along the lines of what I want to say and how I want to say it and how I want to promote myself and stuff. But I need to constantly make sure every single day that I'm happy. Yes, now I have to be happy in life. And now, am I happy in life right now? I promise you, yes, I am happy, but I have to do better. Yes, and I have to make sure that I do something today that's going to help me to succeed the most. You know, that's going to help me to live a longer life. That's going to help me to promote myself better. That's going to help me to do everything much better. So that's content production. Yes, and so the more I produce content, the better I feel, and the more I can understand I've helped in some kind of way. So that's how I understand life, and that's how I do things. You understand? I do things through helping myself to manifest a greater life. You understand? So the thing is, for me, it's not about the money. I realize it's not about doing anything other than producing content for Jesus Christ and helping people to understand me as well, and to just help myself to understand that I have to get to some place. I have to get into nightclubs. I have to get into these places. So what do I need to read upon right now? I mean, what do I need to do to get myself into nightclubs right now? I realize right now it's much more how I need to promote much more music, and I have to make much more music for now. And eventually I can get myself in a nightclub somehow where I can learn the skills, what I need to do. So I've been taught by other people that I need to, let's say, I have to contact the nightclub owner. I have to go where they go. I have to make sure that I promote their business in some kind of way and offer them skills and stuff. But you have to realize that it's much more how they look for talent that has a big following that can bring people to the nightclub. You understand? That's what people want. But to get there, I have to promote myself. I have to promote my music. I have to realize that I have to put a lot of effort into marketing myself. You understand? And the best way I can do this is to go in the city every single day of my life now. Every single day, go to the same spot. I realize if somebody's not making music there or playing music or busking performances right there, I promise you, if they're not doing busking performances in that spot, I can go and do my own busking performances. But if they are, I have to find a new place where I can go, and I have to really develop my nature. I have to develop the person I am. So everything in terms of life that I am, I have to make sure that I'm doing something in accordance to helping myself to grow. You understand? I have to grow myself the best way I can. You understand? So that means I have to really develop my nature. I have to develop the person I am. I have to make sure every single day I'm developing myself the best way I can. So I realized, would God go today over there to Town Hall Station right now in terms of be somewhere under the covers, somewhere promoting himself with music and stuff? I realize now God tells me if you want to go, you can go. But the thing is that I can go if I want to go. And I just have to realize that I need to help myself to see what I can do. You understand? I have to every single day understand that it's much more about my health than anything. You understand? So once I improve my health, I realize I can do anything. You understand? So I have to get in the nightclubs. I have to get out there. I have to push myself. You understand? I have to push success. And the best way I can do that is to make more content and be much more in front of people right now. You understand? I have to do that. So I might actually go to Town Hall Station today, even though it rains and stuff like that, even though it may rain and stuff. I realize I still have to go. I still have to make sure that I'm promoting something of nature and help myself to get out there, helping myself to do better in some kind of direction, helping myself to move forward, you understand? So the more I move forward, the better my life is. I realize every single day I have to understand I have to get myself around people. I have to get myself around people to really, really understand communicational skills much more. And I have to really help myself to really develop myself. But I have to go inside of myself for help. I have to every single day understand that there is always time to succeed and there is always time to do something of nature where I can read, where I can help myself to make content of some kind, making sure that I'm producing as much as possible every single day, making sure that I'm happy with myself and helping myself to do better. You understand? That's what I need to do every single day of my life. And I have to every single day be curious and just curious about my life and what I can do as a person in terms of as an individual that's trying to make something of a life for himself. You understand? And the only way I can do that is to read more and to really, really produce as much content as possible. So I have to develop myself as a person and I have to help myself to succeed. I have to do something that's going to help others, you understand? So I realize now God tells me that going today is something that I can do. I can do it. And now would God go in the rain over there? I realize God says now it's not going to rain 24/7. I realize, but the thing is that God says if you want to go, go. Just make sure that if you really feel that you need to help yourself to grow in some kind of direction and that you need to show your skills and show your skill set and everything that you have as an individual, you have to realize that it's much more about promotion than anything right now. You understand? So the thing is that if I only promote what I have right now, then how about creating much more as an individual, creating much more in the process of everything. You understand? Not just promoting your content, but making more content along the way. And saying it's about both. It's not just about promoting content. I realize it's much more about creating it as well. So you have to understand that you have to get yourself in that state of mind where you're helping to promote yourself and other people as much as possible and getting yourself known. You understand? You have to get yourself known and you have to go places every single day and you have to really help yourself to understand it's a journey and it's better than the 9-to-5 job. You know, so maybe you make money at busking performances, maybe you don't. But the main thing is you promote Jesus Christ along with it. And you just help yourself to realize that there's always time and space and there's always time to really evaluate what you want out of life and what you need to do as an individual who's trying to make something work for himself or yourself, you understand? So you have to realize that's the whole point and that's how I succeed and that's how I really grow. So you have to realize that if you want to push more content or if you want to help yourself to really get there, you understand, you have to promote. You understand, you have to make sure that you're in the right space of mind every single day, in the best space of mind to really, really help yourself to recognize that there is something in everything that you do and that you really get yourself every single day into life so that you really grow. You understand? You have to grow every single day the most you can. I mean, try to read the most. And instead of sleeping, try reading. I mean, try to read much more. Try to read much more audiobooks and try to read in silence more. Try to read audiobooks while you read in silence something else. You understand? So that's what you can do and that's how you really fulfill your needs. You fulfill who you are as a person. You develop yourself as a person when you actually grow And you have to understand your why. You have to understand why you're doing things and why you want to quit smoking and why you want to quit drugs and why you want to get yourself into a higher place and state of mind and stuff like that. I realized Australian Institute of Music didn't help me to promote myself much. I realized those people who help you to promote yourself much more are the ones that you need to be around. You understand? Because not everyone is interested in promoting you. You understand? So you have to realize that if they promote you, then they're always much more successful. You understand? So those people who promote you are the ones that you need to go to. You have to understand. You have to put some money into it, and you have to every single day promote one track, as my mum says. I mean, if you're a music producer, try to promote one track of your nature that you made and try to promote over time with more money into it. You understand? And the more you do that, I realize the better you are. You understand? So you have to realize that you have to impact people in a nice and beautiful way every single day, doing the most you can every single day, living life to the fullest. You understand? And that's what you need to do. So I realize, anyway, guys, I realize that's everything that I have for now. I realize every single day, just make sure that you're always fluent in what you're saying and doing, and making sure every single day you're just trying to make the most for yourself.